I blew it. I blew the combine account that was part of my combine to payout series. Let's talk about it today, why it happened. I want to help you guys learn from my mistakes and kind of talk about where I went wrong, right? So let's get right into it. First things first, this was going for about 11 or 12 days, and I blew the account today. I ended up trying to rush it, trying to force it, and that automatically, inevitably led to this account getting blown. Now, it is just 50 bucks, but I want to talk about the psychology of combines today, why this kind of happened, and show you guys that even though I've been profitable for well over a year now and I've been trading for over 5, I still make these rookie mistakes, right? Because anyone can say, oh yeah, a lot of combines get failed, right? Which they do. Like, you're going to fail some combines, especially if you're trying to pass them quickly. That's just part of the name of the game. That's how these prop firms make their money, right? But I got impatient today and I tried to rush it. And I'm never going to be the one to hide that, right? I'm very transparent. I pride myself in that. I wanted to show you guys all the results, right? And I recap a lot of winning trades because I have had a very solid few months, but today was not a great day. And while I did not lose any money on my funded accounts because I didn't trade on them today, I did blow this one and it kind of sucks. So as you can see, right, we lost, quite a bit of money on this eval account today, right? I don't know why the draw on page isn't working, but yeah, about 2 grand. And we were pretty far from our profit goal, obviously, because I think the trailing drawdown had caught up to us. And then I forget exactly how much we actually lost trading today, but it was quite a bit, right? So, well, it was 2K. So it sucks. But let's get into it. So the combines. Um, it's easy to blow them, yes, but the way that I went about it today was not very smart, right? I sized up and we were having a kind of choppy day. I missed a good setup because I was actually doing something that I needed to do. Is very important. When the trading day started, I had no other way around it. I had an obligation come up, right? So I got on probably 10:30 Eastern, 10:15, 10:30 Eastern, which is about an hour into market open, right? An hour into New York. And so I ended up trading pretty poorly. I took 2 setups, and I wouldn't say that they were bad setups per se. I'm actually just going to go. We'll look at them right now because I do want to talk about them. So we had 2 setups that I took, and I think both of them were not bad, but I oversized on a day where the move had already happened. And I want to stress that part of it a lot. The big move had already happened, right? Like when I got on, we had already taken out, a lot of sell side. We had displaced lower, but really it was just a rebalance into a 4-hour gap. And then we had this nice leg up, and this is the long that I kind of missed. And then I ended up trying to short here, right? Because we had an SMT with ES. We had taken out all of these highs, or we hadn't on NQ, but we had on ES, as you can see. And I'll try to find where I'm talking about on ES. I don't know why the chart's messed up. So we are on the 1 minute. Yeah, so you can see that ES took all these highs, right? Like all of this very obvious buy side. ES had taken it. NQ had failed to take it at this point right here, right? Which is where I took the short at about 10:45. And obviously with an SMT, you short the lagging index, right? If it's a bearish SMT. So I'm not like mad about the trade itself, right? I'm just upset that I lost. I should have gone break even right here. I didn't end up doing it because I was so confident. So this is where I think I mismanaged. I was so confident and I kind of continued to add when we got this pullback and it looked fine, but we never ended up hitting. So I was adding up here, right? When we were starting to, tap into this bearish gap that we had made, right? On the initial inversion. And I was adding, and I was honestly planning on taking some of the position off right here at this internal low that I hadn't gone break even at the first time, right? Because I entered initially here, then I'm in drawdown up here, but I'm adding, right? So this is where the oversizing comes in. And then obviously what happens. We run up, I get stopped out, lose a big chunk of money, right? And then there was another stupid setup I took where I think I shorted right here. And we once again just didn't go our way. We didn't have much cushion at that point, and what happened. So, what does this have to show you? Well, first of all, a good trade on paper can end very poorly if it's mismanaged, right? And I did that today. And once again, I want to go into the mindset of combines and the reason why these companies make so much money, right? Like Top Step, My Funded Futures, right? all of these companies make a killing because someone like me, who's a pretty, like, I'd say a fairly solid trader, I still fail combines from time to time. Like, my pass rate probably isn't super high, but once I pass one, I'm very good at keeping it up and I'm good at extracting money out of it, right? In the end. But the thing with payouts is, especially if you're like a pretty good trader, and you have other sources of income, it almost becomes like fuck you money, right? Like it's $50. So I just got careless with it. And I pledged to you guys not to be that way, which is why I'm disappointed in myself. That's the main thing. Like I don't care that I lost the $50. I don't even really care that I blew the combine because I've done that so many times trading. Like it's just commonplace at this point. But it's the fact that I said I was going to be disciplined about it. I said I was going to record it all, and I think I failed you guys in that way, right? So I'm owning it here though. It sucks. It happens. We are going to come back with this series in a bit, but I also found that, yeah, like these companies, this is how they make a ton of money, right? Because especially once you get good at trading and once you extract a few payouts, you're fine just blowing a combine. Like to me, I'm almost numb to it. I don't really care, but it adds up, right? It's $50, $50, $50. And it's not to say I lose a ton of money blowing combines, right? Like, but I'm just saying that's how they trap you to, like, it's $50, so you think of it as something small. Many people do, right? If you're trading, if you have the money to trade at all, you probably have a decent financial cushion to where $50 might not be that much to you. It isn't that much to me, but it adds up, right? And that's what the thing is. Like, you can easily just get greedy and try to pass it very quickly, and one or two bad trades, or even decent trades that are mismanaged, or just good trades that don't go your way, and you're looking at, that max loss limit hit. And that's how they make their money, right? Especially when it comes to traders who are never profitable, who don't extract payouts, who don't pass these with any type of frequency over 30-40%, right? So when you just look at it that way, that's how they got me today, right? Because it just kind of became an afterthought, and I am disappointed in myself because I told you guys I was going to treat this seriously, and for whatever reason, that idiotic kind of, not gambling mentality, because I do think the setups I took were valid, but that mentality of like, oh, if I lose this, it doesn't matter, right? Because, oh, I have funded accounts already. I'm gotten payouts. I'm allocated on other firms. Like that mentality just got to me and caused me in a way to trade like an idiot. And I also realized I wanted to try to record or not record today and recap the trade. Unfortunately, I'm recapping the blown combine now because we lost the balance. But I wanted to try to trade and not record the actual entry, but show you guys like the executions after the fact and show you guys the P&L after the fact, because there is something with me still where I don't feel like I'm good enough at trading to come onto camera, talk through my thoughts while I'm trying to think of how to manage a trade and while I'm trying to think of if I want to enter a trade. It's almost like those voices in my head that tell me whether or not I should enter something start fighting each other when I'm trying to actually verbalize it. I don't know. And once again, I'm not trying to make excuses. I didn't execute well today and I wasn't even filming, but I'm just saying for the rest, like the other parts of the series, to me, it felt somewhat awkward. And I think that's why I was trying to rush through this combine, right? Like that was one of the reasons. It's like, I put this pressure on myself to pass this combine in front of an audience. And for whatever reason, I just start choking, right? And I don't think I traded specifically poorly until today, right? Like I was up probably $700-800 on the combine in a few weeks on small size. So it wasn't like the worst thing. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that side of it too. It does feel very odd. And that's why I do think I want to become a lot better and more consistent at trading and start getting consistently bigger payouts before I start going live a lot, right? Because that, then your real money's on the line. And I think it's even difficult for me to record a YouTube video where I'm verbalizing walking through a combine, right? Which is very low risk. It's $50 that I put in for an eval account that can last me a whole month, right? But like that's a really low risk environment. And I don't even really feel like I do well with that. And once again, none of this is excuses. I'm just trying to be transparent. And a lot of times I feel like the content's not good enough. Like if I have a break even trade or something, like part of me wants to document it because it's part of the journey. It's part of the psychology. It's part of learning how to not crash out when you break even and, just live to fight another day. But then part of it's also like, okay, I just broke even and I was, have to edit this video now where I was sitting silent for 6 minutes because I didn't know what to say. That can definitely be an obstacle for me too. So I got to learn how to balance that. Remember, guys, I'm still kind of new to all this content creation stuff. I've been doing it for about 7 months now, right? Because I started in early April, but I took basically all of May off. So I haven't been doing it for that long. I'm really happy with the growth, by the way, guys. We're almost at 1,000, which I can't thank you guys enough for that. I really can't. Um, but I hope you guys enjoyed the series so far, and it's not over. I will take a pause because I just want to find a way to get better at trading in front of an audience, even when it's not live, right? Even like that, knowing that I'm going to be in a YouTube video with the content I'm recording while I'm in the market trading, it feels like it puts a weird pressure on me to overachieve and pass something quick. And you know, I get like the yips or whatever you call it, like when an athlete chokes, right? Like like that's how I feel when I record my trading. um so and I'm gonna get over that, right? Because I'm a content creator. um Everyone goes at their own pace, everyone does their content in their own way, but that's what I want to do eventually, right? I want to be streaming, I want to be giving you guys live recaps, I want to be doing this, that, and the next. But for now, I think the form of content that you guys all grew to love when you subscribe to me anyway, which is trade recaps, educational videos going over my strategy, and screenshots or scroll throughs of my profit and loss so you guys can see it's happening, but without me actually filming it in live time because it, for whatever reason, just doesn't feel great to me yet. That's probably what I'm going to focus on more for now, just because of, like I said, I don't feel like I perform as well. And also, I feel like when I was doing this combine to payout challenge, I wasn't really focusing on my funded accounts as much. And or like, so how do I put this? Like, when the best setup would come, I would want to take it on my funded so bad because that's the real money, right? And I felt weird managing a trade on my funded and on the combine at once in one video. And right, like, there's just a lot of factors to it. For whatever reason, my mind just, I have a hard time because you can't copy trade a combine and a funded, right? I wish you could. It'd be kind of nice, it'd be convenient because then I wouldn't have this problem. But that problem arrived for me too, where like I've got to manage two different executions on two different accounts at once, and it just kind of becomes difficult. And I know it can be done, but I just don't really like doing it. So at some point I'm gonna have to set aside time to figure this out, because I will continue this series for you guys, but we will be taking a break from it as well. And yeah, unfortunately, we lost the account today. And this is, once again, goes to show, like, I've been doing this for a while and I still blow accounts. You guys are seeing it right now. I blew an account today, right? Well, look at this. Look at the date. November 25th. Last time I checked, that's today. And look, we breached the maximum loss limit. Okay? So it still happens to me. Um, it's annoying. It sucks, but there's no point in whining about it, right? You got to get up, live to trade another day. Obviously, it helps me here that this is not actually 2,000 lost. It's not like I blew this balance on an actual funded account. I blew it on an eval. But even if you're in that stage where you haven't passed a combine yet, you're still grinding evals. You still haven't passed one. You keep fucking up. Like, it's part of the process, and sometimes some parts of this process, some of the negative parts are never going to leave you. And to be a good trader, you need to accept that and just focus on being grateful for your wins, grateful for your steps, no matter if they're huge or small, right? You got to be grateful for your victories in this game, because if you don't spend time doing that, you're going to soothe or seethe in your losses. And that's a miserable way to live, because I've been there. And I know it sounds difficult when you're definitely struggling or you're on a bad streak or you're just not finding anything that works for you. I know that's difficult, but you gotta try. You gotta try to latch onto those wins, because I'm telling you guys, the best traders are the ones that are confident. But to be confident, you have to gain confidence through results. But to get those results in the first place that kind of start to snowball your productivity, you need to just grasp onto the small wins, man, because when you start trading, it's going to be rough. And like I said, for me, it's still rough some days. I still have bad days. I still blow fundeds. Well, actually, I've never blown a funded account completely. Not, I've done it on purpose once for purposes of getting reallocated, but I've blown eval after eval after eval before, and I just did it again today. Another $50 down the drain, right? Happens. Got to be okay with it. And if you're not, you better start trying to be, or else this isn't for you. And that's just the harsh truth that a lot of people might not tell you, right? They want to sell you a course. They want to keep you in their community for 8 years. No, I'm going to tell you, if you can't bear the pain of blowing an eval, and you can't bear the pain of possibly blowing a funded, and you can't bear the pain of seeing your balance cut in half by a bad week, this shit might not be for you. And it sucks to hear that, but you can always improve and strengthen your mental, and trading is going to help you do that. I've always told people, if you ever really want to get to know yourself, try day trading, man. You'll see all the ugly come out, right? You'll see the greed, you'll see the FOMO, you'll see the fear, you'll see the anxiety, the anger, the sadness. Like, all these things can be a product of day trading, but it can do so much good for you as well, right? Like, it can boost your routine on a daily, right? You wake up at the same time, you go to sleep at a better time, so you're locked in for trading. You get done trading, maybe you're mad, you feel like you want to go to the gym. Maybe you're happy, you feel like you want to go to the gym, right? Like, so many habits we build through trading with discipline, controlling our greed, controlling our fear, controlling our anger. All those things can translate to so many other areas of your life. And you just got to have faith in yourself, right? I look at myself on a day like today where I didn't particularly do bad, but I also feel like I failed my audience in a way. You got to believe in yourself, right? It doesn't matter if people comment BS on this video. I don't think you guys will. My subscribers seem to be a pretty nice group of people, but maybe people that aren't subbed yet are going to see this and try to fry me. Um, just got to believe in yourself, though, right? And it helps if you got people along there with you. It helps if you got a support circle. But man, I'm telling you guys, the one thing I learned after trading for years and years now and being profitable for the last, year and a half, like, that would not have happened if I did not believe in myself. And every single day in trading, or every week, right, or very often, you're going to get tested. Like, I think I'm in the clear, right? I'm not. I've been profitable for a good amount of time. Shit can change on a dime, and you got to always understand that, because if you don't, you're going to get complacent. And if you start to get complacent, you're going to start to underperform. And if you start to underperform too badly, you're going to stop believing in yourself. So it's all related. You got to believe in yourself. You got to have faith. You got to have faith in yourself. You got to have faith in a higher being. For me, it's God, right? I'm a Catholic. That to me brings me solace in life. Trading finds you. He set me on this path. He wants me to succeed. It's not about the money. It's about, what can trading do to better my life through the habits that trading is going to help me build. And I just named a lot of them, right? Better routine, more regimented schedule, better control of emotions, right? All this stuff is a necessary thing if you actually want results, right? Like, you can't be good at trading if you don't develop that stuff. But finding trading, losing over and over and over, and feeling that pain and wanting results to start happening can almost force you to build those things. So that's what I realized, right? Like, when it comes to faith in trading too, and I know I'm kind of ranting now, but like, God wanted me to improve as a person. God wanted me to improve my emotions. God wanted me to improve my anger, my anxiety, my greed, my FOMO, all these things. And so I found trading. I was led to trading. And I struggled because I had those flaws as a person, and I'm still not completely over them, but I know I've gotten better. And that's where, acknowledging your wins and progress comes in. If you never do that, you're going to be miserable. You got to acknowledge and pat yourself on the back sometimes. And I improved so much at all of those aspects that it allowed me to start getting solid results in trading. I'm not some multi-yacht owner millionaire, right? Like, but I think I can get anywhere I want to go now, not because, oh, I'm making money trading, but because through finding trading and through listening to God and through guiding myself in a way through this journey and following God's plan for me, I have found a way to curb the negative emotions that I used to experience a ton and strengthen the positive habits that are going to carry me not through trading, but through a happy, fulfilling life. Okay. And so I know that's a lot to talk about over a $50 loss on a combine. And it is, but it's all related and it all matters a lot, because who's to say that I don't blow a combine today and then blow one of my fundeds tomorrow, right? Like, you never know. But if you keep your emotions in check and you learn from your mistakes and you never get complacent, you're very unlikely to make two horrible mistakes in a row. And so that's where we are. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys still are interested in this series when I start it again. And I apologize for not treating this combine probably as seriously as I should have and oversizing. I feel like I let you guys down in a way, so is what it is. No point in whining about it. But yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed. And if you're serious about trading, make sure to check out my other videos. Not, quite as serious and gloomy as this one. A lot of them have to do with trade recaps and talking about my strategy, which does definitely work and help a ton of people out. So you can also join my free trading Discord, right? It's linked to my YouTube bio. And if you do that, you can contact me, communicate with me, all that stuff. And I appreciate you all for watching once again. Peace. Happy Thanksgiving as well.